So this plugin is a plugin that I'm really excited to talk about. It's not a new plugin, but they just added an update. So this plugin is the SynthMaster 3 player by KV331 Audio. So without wasting time, let us dive into it. The SynthMaster 3 player is a preset-based synth plugin for producers who don't like to do any sound design, but they like to use synth plugins. So it has about 500 presets, which we are going to be exploring some of them. Now, once you open the plugin, it looks a little bit intimidating, but once you get to understand it a little bit, you're going to love it even more. Now, where you have to focus on is the browser, the mix view, and the track view. Now, let's talk about the browser first. The browser is where you select all of the presets, and the presets are filtered. You can filter the preset according to the product. So you can only select presets from the SynthMaster 1 or the SynthMaster 2 or the SynthMaster 3, or you can just select all of them. And also you can filter them by the author if you know who they are, or you can also filter them by the attributes. So you can either choose 808 or acoustics or additive or airy, even analog, bright, cold, clean, drums, and so on and so forth. You can also filter them by style, so something like acid, ambient, bluegrass, and so on. And you can also filter them by the type of instrument. So you have bass, brass, drums, flute, guitar, and so on and so forth. Now this is the one I'm going to be using, so I'm just going to select all so that if I want to select any instrument, I can just select it from here. When it comes to the presets, it has about 500 presets, like I said, and one thing I like about the plugin is the preset preview. The preset preview is basically if you want to select a preset, you don't have to load it up for you to hear it. So all you have to do is hover on this play button here and you're going to hear it. So something like this. Let's go to organ. Let's go to guitar. So if you don't have this, all you have to do is go to this wrench tool here and then click on enable preset preview and then just select yes. But if you don't like this for some reason, you can just click on enable preset preview and then select no, and you're not going to have it again. But I like it. I really like it. I think it's something all plugins should have. You can still select the preset by clicking here, but I think the preset preview is what I'm going to be using on this plugin. I'm going to be playing some of the presets. So I have something here. I have something already. I have a MIDI going on here. I also have the flute. SynthMaster, So the presets sound really good. Now, even though the plugin is a preset based synth plugin, you can also do some customization. Now, all you have to do is go to the track view. Now, the track view, you're going to see something like this. So there are some things that you can actually do. Now, this is a sequencer. I don't really know much about this, but you can add like you can do some sequencing, and then you can add swing and gate, and you can reduce the volume. Now this is the master volume of the track, so you can either of the preset, so you can either turn it up or reduce it, however you like. Now you can also click on the arpeggio, and you can do some arpeggiation or whatever that is, and then you can also play with the voices. You can turn on unison, and then you can add like octaves, 1 octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves. You can make it you can really do a lot with this. You also have the mix view. So the mix view is like the mixer. It looks like a mixer. So this is the presets. So most times they have like effects here, but this one doesn't seem to have any effects. Let me change the presets and find one that has like some effects on it. So let's try like this guitar preset. So all you have to do is go to the mix view, and you're going to find the effects that are embedded in this preset. So it has like lo-fi, and then it has chorus. So to mess with the effects, all you have to do is click on this plus button here, and then select the effects that you want to, touch. So in this case is the chorus. So as you can see, the chorus is highlighted. So I can adjust the width, the depth, the feedback, the panning, the speed, the delay, the effect mix. But if I don't want to do that, I can also select the lo-fi, and then I can still adjust some of the settings. Another thing about this mix view is that you can adjust the volume here also, and then you can either mute it or solo it, and then you can reduce the output volume, I think. And then there is the effects pause 1 and the effects pause 2. I think it has something to do with the effects pause down here, so you can adjust the mix level of the effects that are here, as you can see. So if you want to like adjust any settings, you all you have to do, like I said before, is just click on it, and then you can adjust the effects mix, I think something here, and then you can adjust the size, the dampen, the density, and the mix, and then you can also do the same with the delay. So I think all these are embedded into the preset. So like for example, if you change this preset, this one doesn't have like any effects pause, and then if you change the preset again, this one only has like I think filter bank and reverb. And then if you change the effect again, if you change the preset again, they have like different effects. So I don't think you can change it and maybe add your own effect. I don't really know, but if you think that's something you can do, leave it in the comment section. Now that is all for the mix view and the track view. So now back to the browser. So one thing about this plugin that I really like is that you can layer 2 sounds or more than 2 sounds, if you want. So if you feel like layering a sound, layering this guitar that sounds like this, layering this guitar will make it sound more unique, or better than it already sounds. All you have to do is make sure that the guitar is selected. So as you can see, the preset is selected, and then you have to go and find the preset that you want to layer with the guitar. So I'm going to find something like this. So this is when the preset preview comes in handy, because all you have to do is just hover here, and then you can hear what the preset sounds like, so that you can layer it with the other presets. I don't know if you are following. I'm going to go to vocal, and then I'm going to find a random preset. So all you have to do now is right click on it, and then click on load on layer, and then click on new layer. After that, the other preset will be layered with this preset, and you get something that sounds like this. So I know it sounds really bad now, but what you can do is go to the track view and you're going to find the first layer and the second layer. So this one is the vocal and this one is the first one that we added. So you can do like a little bit of mixing here. You can, adjust the volume of the vocal or the first one. So I'm going to adjust the volume of the first one and also adjust the volume of the vocal. And this is what it sounds like. So you can add as much layers as you want, which is really cool. Anything that sounds really good to you. So you don't have to like load up the plugin twice to do that. And you can also adjust some of the settings to, to your taste. And you can also come to the mix view and you're going to find the first layer, which is the guitar nylon XTD, and you're going to find the other one, which is the I think the vocal, the vocal. So you're going to find the effects that are embedded into them, and you can adjust them according to what you want. So I think that is really cool. Even though this plugin is preset based, you can still do some of this, which I think is really cool. If you really like what you made, you can save the preset by clicking on save and then save as, and then you can change the name of the preset and save it to wherever you want. And then if you want to find the preset that you saved, all you have to do is go to the browser and then go to user presets and you're going to find it somewhere here. So I didn't really save that because I think it sounds really bad, but it is what it is. There are other things that you can still do with this plugin. I didn't really talk about everything. Like I didn't talk about what was going on here because honestly, I don't really know, but you can experiment and find out for yourself. So I hope you got value from this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to Musicians on a Budget for more free plugins. We talk about free plugins that come out every week. So make sure to stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one.